Okay, so we've looked at two ways the government can influence supply and demand, which is a max price, which is a price ceiling, or a minimum price, which is a price floor. Something else the government can do that they don't love to do, but sometimes they have to ration stuff. And with rationing, the laws of supply and demand are completely tossed out of the window. I used to think this was like a funny example, but what's going on today, it's maybe not as humorous anymore, but like in Japan, they've been rationing toilet paper because the price of toilet paper was getting so high that people were stealing it from the public restrooms. So you'd take a scan and they'd give you so much toilet paper, and then there was like if you tried to go back and get more, you had to wait so long to get toilet paper again. Or like when we had the H1N1 virus, when they came up with a vaccine, they rationed who got the vaccine first. So it went to high risk people first before everyone else was eligible to get it. Or let's say you want to go to a Gopher football game. They ration the tickets because they have tickets for college students, an area. They have tickets for the booster club members or for like also your big donors, your corporate sponsors. They have tickets for the players' families. And then they open up tickets to the general public. So they have to ration the tickets as well. Rationing it can be unfair. It can be expensive, really difficult for the government to regulate. And then sometimes it can create something that we're going to look at the end called a black market. Another concept with supply and demand, and this doesn't relate to government, but just to transition as we're going to talk about some new benefits of supply and demand, is because there's so much supply of stuff, we can spend a lot of time trying to research or find the best product or the best deal. Like let's say you're going to get your oil changed and you're going to college in Fargo, you might call a couple places to get their rates or find out what their availability is. You might go look online. You might ask some friends. All of that is like an opportunity cost that you're spending when you're trying to find that service. It could also be a financial cost. It could be the gas you spend from driving from store to store when you're maybe looking for the best deal on a pair of boots or the right kind of boots. Or maybe it's walking around the Mall of America to find the right kind of sunglasses. And if you didn't know this, Minnesota is actually the home of the first indoor shopping mall because shopping malls kind of help alleviate some of those search costs. Is if you go to the Mall of America, you can have lunch, you can get your hair cut, you can shop for lots of different kinds of products, you can go on some rides if you want. So a search cost is also something we experience with supply and demand.